Hello everyone. Welcome back to this channel. Um this is gonna be the recap video for UFC Fight Night Burns versus Brady. I'm gonna give you my thoughts on everything that happened. Well, mostly everything that happened. Let's start off with Zygimantas, Ramaska, and Nathan Fletcher. So I wasn't really here to watch this full fight. I kind of skimmed through it. I don't know. It was like too uneventful for me to really comment on. So let's go to the next one. Andre Petroski versus Dylan Budka. So as you guys know, um, Andre Petroski was the guy I picked to win. Yeah, Dylan Budka ended up being more useless than I even thought. Um, After the first round, where he got completely dominated and had no answers on the ground, even the commentators were saying like, "Whoa, like Dylan Budka's getting really exposed right now for just having no grappling ability, and his future opponents will take note of this." So yeah, kind of an unfortunate look. And then when the round ended, his corner was saying, "Hey dude, we don't want to see any more flashy shit. Just, perform. Don't do flashy shit. We need a win. This isn't a fucking circus." Anyways, he lost. His nickname is the Mindless Hulk, guys. The Mindless Hulk. Anyhow, let's move on now to Yija versus Gabriel Santos. So I picked Gabriel Santos to win. I told you guys Yija does not have killer instinct in him. The whole time, Yija was playing chess while Gabriel Santos was playing this is life or death. You know what I mean? Like two different mindsets here. Gabriel Santos won. He was dominating the whole time. Gabriel Santos got the decision win, and yeah, I mean he was dominating the whole time. He won every single round. Yeah, not much else to say on that. So let's move on now to Felipe dos Santos and Andre Lima. I honestly thought we were gonna see more of an interesting fight from these two, but that wasn't the case. And although Felipe Santos did, there were some good shots, like it seemed like he just seemed really skinny, and it seemed like his kicks weren't doing it seemed like and nothing he was doing was uh damaging Andre Lima at all. And so Andre Lima got like really confident. This was the first time I've ever seen him this confident. It was in this fight. And it's interesting because I feel like he got this false sense of success just because Felipe dos Santos kind of he didn't really like fight. That's what it felt like. I don't know, man. It was kind of like embarrassing for me to watch. Like, I got secondhand embarrassment watching Felipe dos Santos. I don't know. I don't really want to talk about it. Let's move on to Isaac Dulgarian versus Brendon Marotte. Okay, so immediately when the fight started, Isaac Dulgarian just jumped at Brendon like a fucking cat, like a wild cat. And that was it for him, basically. It really felt like I was watching abuse, really. Really, it was like, you know what this felt like? It felt like when your Russian sensei decides to punish you and has you like spar or fight with the black belt as a yellow belt or something like this. That's what this felt like. Brendon Marotte did pull through the entire first round, and I was just wondering because like this dude like didn't do any damage to Isaac Dulgarian. It was just like he was just defending the whole time and getting smashed. So round one ended, and I was like, damn, okay. Round two came around. I think early on he just kind of gave in because he was like, okay, well, it seems like there's no end in sight for this abuse. So let's see. Do I want to take more of this? Because, I'm not really winning at all. Or should I just give up now? So I think he just kind of like accepted his defeat. Understandable. He was a plus 1800 underdog. So there was a reason for those odds. Unlike a fight from a few weeks ago. I don't remember who it was. Who was at like 30? Oh, Tom Nolan. I think it was Tom Nolan who it was like super favorite. I don't remember why. Anyways, let's move on, guys. This fight actually came earlier, but on my list it's here. Jaqueline Amorim versus Vanessa Demopoulos. Guys, now this is a fucking spicy topic because I watched this fight back. Some people were saying Oh, well, Jaqueline Amorim cheated. She grabbed her glove. I'm sorry, what? Since when are you a fighter who stops fighting to tell the fucking ref that someone has their fingers in your glove? Why aren't you fighting? You're not a fighter. Okay, first of all. Second of all, if you guys can recall from my prediction video I did, I said Jaqueline Amorim is going to expose Vanessa Demopoulos for being the D tier fighter that she is. Okay, that's exactly what happened. The whole time she was destroying. I mean, there was nothing Vanessa could do. She was just completely wrapped around her. She was gonna win regardless. Regardless, like it was embarrassing for Vanessa Demopoulos. Okay, first of all. Second of all, if you guys can remember, when Jacqueline Amorim fought Corey McKenna, I think that was her name, Corey McKenna, she looked like she was about to get an armbar, and then the ref yelled, "Stop." Do you think that Jacqueline Amorim stopped because the ref yelled, "Stop"? No, because she knew this is life or death. You have to get the fucking finish. So, what did she do? She just kind of repositioned herself until she was able to successfully then, secure the finish. And this is what she did in this fight. She got the fucking finish. Vanessa Demopoulos started fucking crying like a bitch. Okay, that was a bitch move. Like, I'm sorry, but like, you're in the fighting business. What is this? You can't be like, she has her hand in my glove. And then at the end, she was like, what can I do if she just cheated? She's breaking the rules. Why weren't you defending the armbar? That's my question for you, Vanessa. You had all this talk. Where is the defense? Where is the armbar defense? You're a fighter. This is what you're trained for? I'm sorry, what? You lost fair and square in my eyes. Let's move on, guys. Um, Rong versus Chris Padilla. So people were saying, after watching Yuzha's performance, that Rong is gonna lose. Sometimes the Asians are not bad, okay? Chris Padilla just, you know, wasn't actually doing well the entire time. This was actually pretty wild what happened here. Chris Padilla was looking like he was going to lose. You know, Rongju was looking pretty confident. He was doing most of the damage. And then, guys, and then Chris Padilla manages to get the luckiest little elbow cut, strike on Rongju's eye. And let me tell you guys, this guy's eye looked freakier than any eye I've ever seen before. Like, I don't know what Chris Padilla hit in Rongju's eye, but it was a little bit scary. Like, it looked like maybe his eyeball was uh falling out of his eye socket. I don't know. I'll insert a picture so you guys can see. But it was actually pretty fucking wild. So basically what ended up happening was the doctor saw that and they were like, yo, we need to get that checked out. We need to get that checked out. That's not okay. So basically the fight was called and Chris Padilla got a TKO because they deemed Rongju unable to continue the fight. TKO by doctor stoppage. I mean the guy's eye was looking fucked up. Like I didn't see how bad it was until they paused the fight, but it was pretty bad. Like I think it's just not good for television, you know what I mean? Like this is being broadcasted all over the world. Like it was that bad. It was like uncomfortable to look at. Anyhow, let's move on, guys. Trevor Peak versus Yanal Ashmouz. Honestly, this was kind of a boring fight. Not gonna lie, I wasn't really paying attention to it because, yeah, I don't know. There just wasn't a lot going on. The few times that I was paying attention to it, Trevor Peak was doing the same thing he always does, which is like not really be fully present and just putting himself in situations that he didn't have to be in and then trying to get out of those situations. Like it just was, I don't know. To be honest, felt kind of like a draw, not gonna lie. Um, but so basically towards the end, of the last round, Ashmouz realized that he has to do something to win. I think they both kind of realized that. So we finally started to see them pick up the pace, and Ashmouz ended the third round on top of Trevor Peak, and he was smashing him. I mean, Trevor Peak ended up getting up, but it was a good look for Ashmouz, and I think that moment alone was kind of responsible for the reason why he won, because otherwise it was pretty uneventful. it was, they're kind of like both. It seemed like it was going to be a draw. Anyways, let's move on then to match Schnell and Cody Durden. Guys, Cody Durden took this fight on a week's notice. I thought, okay, I was picking against Matt Schnell initially when he was supposed to fight Alessandro Costa, because duh. But I was like, hey, you know what? Maybe he has a chance here. He's had a whole training camp. He was preparing to fight Alessandro Costa. Maybe he can beat a Cody Durden who's unprepared, who's doing this on a week's notice. Maybe he can do it. And so for the entirety of round one, Cody Durden is clearly winning. I was like, okay, this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. But maybe Matt Schnell can come back from this still. Um, he's got 2 more rounds. And then he gets, like, I'm just going to skip to what happens. He ends up getting submitted in round 2 by Cody Durden. It was kind of shocking for me. I was in such disbelief that it happened so quickly and so easily the way that it did. And the best part of this all was at the end, Cody Durden gave a speech. And you know what he said? He was saying, oh, yeah, like the other day I was just going out, having some drinks, like having some fun. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Cody Durden was just out there having a time with the boys. Okay. Like, no serious training camp. Like, what is Matt Schnell doing? What is he doing? Who is he training with? What is his plan? What is his program? I don't know. I am honestly speechless. I think that, oh, and after when the fight ended, like Matt Schnell walked away with the most shameful looking walk I've seen in a while. Like he walked away with his head down, just like embarrassed. I think he like also had his uh, hand on his face. Just didn't want to look at anyone. Understandable, because I would be in the same position as well. But yeah, that happened. Yeah, okay. Amazing, honestly. Pretty fucking amazing. Let's move on, guys. Steve Garcia versus Kyle Nelson. This is really interesting. For a second, it looked like Kyle Nelson did something. Kyle Nelson was in a dominant position while they were grappling, and I was like, oh, okay, interesting. A strong start for the Canadian. And then Steve Garcia was like, hold on, guys, what are we doing here? Let me just turn this around real quick, put you on the floor where you belong, and let me just smash you until I get the win. Because I have a family to feed at home. I don't know about you, bro, but I got a family to feed. That's what he did. That's how it ended. I'm pretty sure it ended in round 1. It was just like, oh yeah. What, like when that happened, I was like, oh yeah, right, right. Maybe maybe Kyle Nelson could have won against somebody like uh Rong, someone who's more like technical, less in survival mode. Cause Steve Garcia, he's not that dude, yo. He'll just smash you with his fist. Like he's not gonna get fancy with you. He's not gonna, entertain any bullshit. Yeah, no. Yeah, he tried for a second, and he was like, "Oh, sorry, let me just fucking flip you around with my brute strength and smash you until I win." Uh, okay, let's move on to the next fight, guys. Jessica Andrade versus Natalia Silva. So I picked Natalia Silva to win, because I just thought she was better. I didn't realize that Jessica Andrade would be going up a weight class. She looked extremely awkward, and I think she'll never do this again. Um, because she was looking extremely like heavy, like her bones were looking, her movements were seeming really heavy. Um, it seemed like it was just taking her a lot of energy to do everything. Natalia Silva was, like, evidently faster. She was countering better. She was just quicker. Like, anytime Andrade tried to go in, and it was really cool because Andrade was putting her on the back foot, and Natalia Silva was still able to land all of her combinations. Like, it was pretty amazing. Like, she threw some beautiful kicks, um, some beautiful spinning kicks as well. And yeah, it was pretty amazing to see a woman fighter fighting this well from the back foot. I think Jessica Andrade, for the most part, was finding a lot of success in her career because she's just one of these fighters that like puts on the pressure. Like that's the one good thing that she does, and it kind of intimidates people. And she ends up winning just because this way she does more. She has her opponent on the back foot. They can't do much. She ends up getting the points. She was not able to do that here though, and that's what my prediction was. And yeah, Natalia Silva won pretty fairly. All right, let's move on, guys, to Gilbert Burns versus Sean Brady. Tell me why I thought this was going to be more of an even match than it was. Gilbert Burns, guys, he's on his way out. He's 38. This performance was very telling of, his state. It started off fairly even. Like, honestly, they both kind of looked like the same dude fighting each other. It did seem throughout the entire time, though, that Gilbert Burns uh was more on the defensive side of the coin. Um, Sean Brady had most of the control, and Gilbert Burns, though he did defend well, he was defending, okay, which is not the winner's side. So Sean Brady literally won all 5 rounds, and he just kept like slowly but surely becoming more dominant because Gilbert Burns is 38. He kind of was like slowly guessing. And he also just like didn't look as fit. Like he didn't look as like his cardio just wasn't looking the same as Sean Brady's. Now we know Sean Brady will not gas. He can go all the way, all 5 rounds, still look pretty freaking good all the way up till the end. So yeah, that was pretty amazing. He won. I mean, I knew he would win. Based off of what we saw him do to Kelvin Gastelum, I was like, okay, yeah, like exactly what I predicted happened. I was like, Gilbert Burns isn't gonna, give up that easily. He's pretty tough, but I also don't think that he's going to win. He's past his prime. He's not gonna fight with the same kind of rage. He's not gonna want it as much as Sean Brady. Obviously, that's what we saw today. And yeah, those are my thoughts, guys. Those are all my thoughts. And by the way, guys, in case you were interested, I posted vibe pics this week on my second channel. It's called Spokeway. I'll link it in the description. Um, it's more ASMR style content. The first video is a bit like experimental, but you guys can go check out my pics there. In the description box of the video that I posted, I'll check off the ones that I got right and wrong. And yeah. So that's it. Before I sign off, I'll play this bowl. I've been using this bowl a lot more frequently because I used to just use it for these videos. Sometimes I would forget about it. But now I'm starting to use it just in whenever I pass it by, honestly, if I'm feeling weird. If I had a bad conversation with somebody. Ooh, I hit it really nicely that time. Yeah, it's just really nice. It kind of like grounds me. Grounds me, reminds me that, hey, I'm still alive. Wow, still kicking. Just kidding. Anyhow, thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you to everyone who showed up to my stream. And yeah, don't forget to check out my second channel. I'll have it linked below. And yeah. See you guys in the next one. I might be posting another like random video soon. I will see. I'll see. Might happen this week, might happen next week. So keep your eyes out for that. I just saw some like weird dust in this bowl. Okay. Anyhow, guys. See you later.